Checking microphones. Crossroads Conference Volleyball Day 3. Check 1, 2. Check, check, check. All good? Need more? Need more? All right. Shelby and Giltner.
You are listening to exclusive coverage of Crossroads Conference Volleyball, heard on these Nebraska Rural Radio Association stations and streamed live on Strive TV. And now, let's send it to the court.
Good afternoon, the final day of the CRC Volleyball Tournament here in York, Nebraska. We're at the York City Auditorium, where coming up it'll be two best-of-3 consolation matches with teams down in the bottom part of the bracket. Then starting at 6 o'clock tonight, it's the third place game of the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament between Cross County and Meridian. And then at 7:30 tonight, it's the championship game between the BDS Eagles and the Exeter Milligan Timberwolves to cap off the night and cap off the week here in York. My name is Parker Siza, taking you through play-by-play for each of our 4 games today. Our first consolation game is going to be Giltner versus Shelby-Rising City. That's the 4 o'clock game. They'll play a best 2 of 3 match. And then the later game, 5 o'clock, East Butler and Nebraska Lutheran. Again, 5 o'clock game, best 2 of 3. Then by 6 o'clock, we'll have the third place game, 7:30 start for our championship game. Let's look first at these two teams that we'll be talking about here shortly, Giltner and Shelby-Rising City. Both of these teams ended up winning their first game, or rather, one of these teams ended up winning their first round game. That was Shelby-Rising City. They beat Hampton in round 1 of the CRC Volleyball Tournament. That was at York High School back on Saturday. Hampton won the first set in that game, and Shelby-Rising City battled back to win the last 2 sets, 25-21 and 25-23. Very close match there in the first round against Hampton. Zoe Walker had a day at the net with 5 blocks for the Huskies, and then Shelby-Rising City moved on to play BDS in the second game at 6 o'clock on Saturday. The BDS Eagles, of course, in the championship game tonight, ended up taking that game. And then Giltner, their first game was against East Butler, and it was East Butler getting the win in that one. So Giltner fell in their first match. They fell in that game 25-21, 13-25, and 27-25. And Giltner, of course, was led in kills. Sorry, that was the wrong team. But either way, Giltner loses there. They ended up falling into this second consolation game, and again, they'll take on Shelby-Rising City. That's all coming up here in about 4 minutes from now. For now, we'll take a break. We'll talk a little bit more about these teams, their leaders, and the coaches, and then we'll get you set for the first serve. That's all coming up next here on 104.9 Max Country and live on Strive TV.
Tim and Cale Powers, Bill Hoffman, and Dave Hoffman, your independent Pioneer sales reps, are proud to sponsor the CRC Tournament. Tim, Cale, Bill, or Nate to talk about the industry's best lineup for both corn and soybeans for your farming operation.
Auto Owners Insurance, for no problem people.
This is Alan Odepal Insurance at 4th and Grant in York Town Center. Insurance is our only business.
Since 1882, ag producers have partnered with Cornerstone Bank to realize their full potential of farm operations. Cornerstone invites you to stop in or call any of the 43 bank locations in Nebraska to discover the Cornerstone difference.
Tri-County Automotive, your CarQuest dealer in Henderson, we're always happy to provide you with the highest quality parts. See them first for your belts and hoses, fuel and oil filters, along with all the parts you need to keep those irrigation motors running at their best.
Norder Supply of Bruning, Shickley, and Hebron. For your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, call Norder Supply, serving agriculture for over 35 years.
See Quidel Enterprises, your participating independent American Standard Air dealer for 362-2500 today. Quidel Enterprises, a name you can trust.
We'll first talk about Shelby-Rising City, the 9 seed here in the CRC tournament. Their starters and their leaders for today, and we'll talk about them. Their leader in kills so far is Zoe Walker, Ava Larman on the season. She has 168 kills, and she averages about 2.6 kills per set. Zoe Walker, who we mentioned had 5 blocks in their win over Hampton on Saturday, she has 111 kills on the season. Those are some of the leaders in attacking for the Huskies. Their leader in serving is Taya Pinio, who has 34 aces on the year. Their block leader so far on the season is Ava Larman with 23 on the year, although Zoe Walker not far behind with 21 total blocks on the season. And then in the back row, they're led by Pinio, the freshman, with 161 digs on the season. Larman has 149 digs. And And Kaylee Perry has 138 digs on the year. Their leading assist person, Taya Pinio, 356 assists on the year. She averages about 6 per set. And again, the Shelby-Rising City Huskies 10-17 on the season. So far, they are 1-1 in the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament and getting ready for this matchup with Giltner. We'll take a 30-second break and talk about the Giltner Hornets coming up next.
This is Craig Yukowski with Ag West Land Brokers. I'm excited to be a part of the Ag West Land Brokers team. With over 25 years being in production agriculture, let me put my experience to work for you. At Central Valley Ag, your local cooperative, we focus on helping you select the best products and services that will benefit your operation. To learn more, visit cvacoop.com.
Crossroads Conference volleyball coverage is brought to you by Central Valley Ag, Crossroads Awards, Napa Auto Parts, Strongsburg, Nick's Farm Store, and Carrie's Restaurant and Catering.
I forgot to mention the Shelby-Rising City starters. They will be Ava Larman, Alex Larman, Emily Willis, Kaylee Perry, Liberty Baker, Zoe Walker, and Taya Pinio. Now let's talk a little bit about the Giltner Hornets. Giltner coming in with an 8-18 record. They are led in kills on the season by Antle, who so far has 138 on the season. That is Macy Antle. She leads the team in kills. Regan Thompson with 75 on the season, and Braley Honeycutt with 33 kills on the year.
The officials for this match.
Jada Eastman is their leader in aces, 36 on the season. Honeycutt has 20 on the year. Wilson also has 20. Their leaders in the back row, Wilson with 216 digs on the season. Thompson with 203 on the year. But their leader in digs in the back row is Macy Antle. She has 261 on the season. And then Addison Wilson also with 236 assists on the year. And the Giltner Hornets are getting ready for this matchup. They got pretty cool jerseys, multicolored orange jerseys, black jerseys with orange lettering. We'll take a break, and we will give you the first serve coming up in about 5 minutes from now. This is the CRC Volleyball Tournament on Max Country and Stride.
Aurora Co-op is your go-to resource for better information, better products, and better services. And they're also a proud supporter of area athletes. Check them out at auroracoop.com.
It's never too early to start planning for your irrigation season. If your well needs some work, call Tim O'Brien at Elks Well Drilling in Shickley. Call toll-free 888-627-WELL.
The Shickley Grain Company supports the BDS Eagles. There's no stopping when you're dedicated and work hard to achieve your goals. Shickley Grain Company, 402-627-2425. For all your irrigation needs, contact the folks at Fagan Irrigation. For the fastest, reliable service, contact Corbin at Fagan Irrigation today to see what they can do for you.
Live and local. Make Cool Radio and Max Country your station for coverage of area sports this season.
Stutzman Interiors in Shickley, formerly Sports and Gerber Construction and Floor Companies, would like to wish all area athletes the best of luck this year. Stutzman Interiors, 627-4745.
Crossroads Conference Tournament volleyball coverage is brought to you by Jensen Lumber Company, Southeast Valley Irrigation, Annie Jeffrey Memorial County Health Center, Weaver Repair, and Lavenders of York.
For all your irrigation needs, contact the folks at Fagan Irrigation. For the fastest, reliable service, contact Corbin at Fagan Irrigation today to see what they can do for you. Stutzman Interiors in Shickley, formerly Sports and Gerber Construction and Floor Companies, would like to wish all area athletes the best of luck this year. Stutzman Interiors, 627-4745.
Crossroads Conference Tournament volleyball coverage is brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Edgewater Insurance, Osceola, Weaver Pharmacy, Copsa Odie, CPAs and Advisors, and Midwest Bank in York.
Hampton Ag and Auto, taking care of your vehicle and ag equipment. Call today to schedule your next service. 402-631-7695.
Untamed Zone Boutique, located in downtown Stromsburg, is the place to shop for women's clothing, shoes, and accessories. Visit untamedzoneboutique.com.
Tim and Kale Palace, Bill Hoffman and Nate Hoffman, your independent Pioneer sales reps, are proud to sponsor the CRC tournament. Call Tim, Kale, Bill, or Nate to talk about the industry's best lineup for both corn and soybeans for your farming operation.
Auto owners insurance and no problem people.
This is Aaron Odepal, Odepal Insurance, at 4th and Grant in York Town Center. Insurance is our only business.
Since 1882, ag producers have partnered with Cornerstone Bank to realize their full potential of farm operations. Cornerstone invites you to stop in or pull any of the 43 bank locations in Nebraska to discover the Cornerstone difference.
This is Craig Yukowski with Ag West Land Brokers. I'm excited to be a part of the Ag West Land Brokers team. With over 25 years being in production agriculture, let me put my experience to work for you.
At Central Valley Ag, your local cooperative, we focus on helping you select the best products and services that will benefit your operation. To learn more, visit cvacoop.com.
Crossroads Conference Tournament volleyball coverage is brought to you by Shickley Grain, Bamsberger Welding, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Stutzman Interiors, and Advanced Services.
About to begin the first consolation game of the final day of the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament. Parker Sizer with you, taking you through the play-by-play here on 104.9 Max Country and live on Strive TV. However you are listening or watching us today, thanks for doing so. As we're back here, the final day of the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament. Shelby-Rising City will start this one to serve. Penio back to serve, and we are underway. It goes to the back row for Giltner. They're way behind the back line. They'll bump it back over on the free ball. Shelby-Rising City returns it on a free ball. Now there's the libero right there, set in the back row. Now left side, back over the net. Now Giltner working with it. Attack down the middle. Shelby-Rising City recovers. They'll attack from the middle as well. And a whistle blown, violation called. It's going to go on Giltner, and the point there to Shelby-Rising City.
Now serving number 1,
Taya Penio back to serve again, the 5'4" freshman setter. Over the net, again to the back line. Good serve, that'll be an ace for Taya Penio. And Shelby-Rising City up 2-0 here early in the first set. Coach Sean Wickham for Shelby-Rising City. Coach Jeannie Good for Giltner. Serve underway. Now Giltner working with it. Left side. That was Macy Antle on the attack. She gets the kill to go. Took off from the near side. And it went on that far side line. Right on it. Got it in. Now 2-1. Giltner serving for the first time. Set on the right side here for Shelby-Rising City, and the attack over on the other side. That was Alex Larman swinging for Shelby-Rising City. Long, and we're tied up here at 2. So Giltner now serving again here with Addison Wilson. She gets it over. Now Shelby-Rising City. From the left side at the net, hitting it over is Alex Larman. Now Giltner with it, taking a swing at the net, and it's just going to go long. That was not long by far, maybe a couple of inches is all it was, but the line judge called it long, and Shelby-Rising City with the point. Now they're back to serve. You had Emily Willis serving there for the Huskies, and then Giltner immediately returned it back. Shelby-Rising City at the net will get a violation. The point back to Giltner. And we're tied up at 3 here in set 1. Now it's Antle serving, and it goes into the net. That'll give the Huskies now a 1-point lead, 4-3. As Ava Larman goes back to serve for Shelby-Rising City. Larman lined up right in the middle. Dig on the left side, now right side attack for Giltner. That was Addison Wilson hitting it back over. Now Shelby-Rising City will try to answer. Liberty Baker over the net. Giltner, free ball back over. Now middle set by Penio. Shelby-Rising City fires at the net, and the attack goes long. Giltner now will tie up the game at 4.
Now serving number 24,
Haley Scott, the sophomore, now back to serve for the Hornets. Into the net, and Shelby-Rising City back with the point.
serving number 6, Alex Larman.
The sophomore, Alex Larman, serving. Back row serve receive by the Hornets. And then an attack goes down there for Giltner. That's number 18, Jada Eastman, who got the serve receive. One pass to the middle, and then they set her up there on the right side. She got it to go down. And so Eastman there with the kill. Now she's back to serve. Shelby-Rising City. Pitio with the set in the middle. And right there it was Larman coming from the back row up to tap it back over. Giltner returns it. Now it's with Shelby-Rising City. Pitio again to the middle. Here to Zoe Walker with the kill and the point. Walker back in the first round game that they had against East Butler. Walker back against their match against Hampton. Had a good day blocking at the net. There she is on the attack. Now the Huskies serving, and the serve goes long, just over that back line. That'll tie up the game here at 6. Giltner and Shelby-Rising City in the first consolation match of the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament here on this Tuesday. Now the Hornets serving. Pitio again with the set. And they'll attack from the outside. Now it's here with Giltner. Giltner will hit it back over the net with Macy Antle. Now Zoe Walker right in the middle. Jumped way up above the net. Giltner on the attack. Shelby-Rising City, a soft block. Gives them an offensive push. Walker back over. Now the ball with Giltner. Left side. Attack by the Hornets. And it goes to the back row. Free ball back over the net by Shelby-Rising City. Giltner then in the middle. That was Braylee Honeycutt, the senior. He's trying to angle a shot to the side, and it just finishes wide. So Shelby-Rising City back with the point, and now up 1. Walker serving, jump serve, and double hit on Giltner. The violation called on the Hornets. And so Walker will go back to serve with Shelby-Rising City up 2 points. 8-6 as the Huskies serve it away. Giltner returns the serve. Now Pitio setting in the middle here for Shelby-Rising City. That was number 12, Ava Larman. There with the kill, her first one of the game for the sophomore outside hitter. Huskies up 9-6. Walker again on the serve. This one gets the line for the ace serve. Zoe Walker with a kill and an ace, and Coach Good for Giltner calls timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening or watching the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament on Strive TV and 104.9 Max Country.
Hampton Ag and Auto, taking care of your vehicle and ag equipment. Call today to schedule your next service. 402-631-7695.
Untamed Drone Boutique, located in downtown Stromsburg, is the place to shop for women's clothing, shoes, and accessories. Visit untamedroneboutique.com.
Scandinavian Mutual Insurance Company has been serving the listening area with economical rates and are reinsured to give you confident coverage for any major losses. Call Scandinavian Mutual Insurance Company today.
Zoe Walker for Shelby-Rising City just had a serve that landed on Giltner's court about a foot inside the back line for the ace. That led Giltner to call timeout here. It's 10-6. Shelby-Rising City on top in the first set. Huskies 10-17 overall on the year as Walker takes a swing on the serve just after getting the ace. Now Giltner, light tap back over the net, but that's going to be a kill to go for Macy Antle, her second one of set 1. And Giltner back with a point there. It's 10-7. Huskies still leading. Now Braylee Honeycutt will go back to serve. Hard line drive serve recovered by Shelby-Rising City, and then there's Larman, just the free ball bump back over the net. Giltner attacks from the left side, and Shelby-Rising City behind the back dig over the net. Giltner will return it, now set in the middle. Pitio firing for Willis, and they're going to say Giltner point. Giltner point, you could tell Coach Wickham thought that that ball might have been tipped by the Giltner blockers, but they're saying no touch. Giltner with the point as Larman went long on that attack. Willis went long on that attack. Now Giltner serving. 10-8, Shelby-Rising City on top. And violation called at the net. So the point for Shelby-Rising City.
Serving number 1, Taya.
11-8. Penio back to serve. Right there, dig in the middle. And set up Haley Scott. Haley Scott, just the stop shot right over the net. Right over the blockers as well. That's going to go down, and she'll get the kill, and it's her first one of the game. Giltner now down by 2, 11-9. They serve it. Now Penio set on the outside, near outside, and then a soft hit back over the net by Shelby-Rising City. Good attack there by Giltner at the net. See what Shelby-Rising City can do with it. Over the net is Ava Larman. And now Giltner, tap back over. Here's Willis swinging from the left side for Shelby-Rising City, and that goes long. And the point back to the Hornets, 11-10. Addison Wilson now serving. Willis right there, serve receive in the back row. Setting up Larman down the middle. Now near side, Macy Antle for Giltner on the attack. Goes all the way to the back row. There's the libero for Shelby-Rising City. Right there bumping it back up. It goes back to Giltner here. And Antle again on the attack. Blocked by the Huskies. Sent right back to Giltner. They'll head it back over. Now Willis set back over the net. See what Giltner can do with it. Shelby-Rising City now with the ball at the net. Good shot there from the middle that went to the far sideline toward the benches. Ava Larman adds another kill in this game. That's her third one. And Shelby-Rising City back up 2. Here's Emily Willis, the senior, now serving. And the attack by Giltner is successful. Down the middle, it was Haley Scott, the sophomore. Second kill of the match for her. Now it's a 1-point game. 12-11, Shelby-Rising City, and here's Giltner serving. And the double hit's going to be called there on the Huskies. That's going to tie up the game now at 12. And Macy Antle again back to serve. Antle, a senior. 2 kills already for her in the contest. Dig there by the back row. Now they're attacking, and a successful attack there for, again, Ava Larman. 4th kill of the match.
Now serving number 12, Ava Larman.
And Ava Larman on the season, the team leader in kills. Before the CRC, she had about 170 on the year, so she's got to be nearing 200. And that time she's going to get an ace serve. By the way, she's got now over 30 of those on the year. And that'll give Shelby-Rising City now a 2-point lead. So now 4 kills and 1 ace in this first set for Ava Larman. Giltner returns, and a nice tap over the net. I think, although the official on the ladder was obstructing my view, I think that was number 1. Addison Wilson, who got that attack to get the kill. Or wait, are they saying Shelby-Rising City point? No, never mind. Shelby-Rising City picks up the point there. Officials changed their mind there at the ladder. Must have saw something on the court. So 15-12, Shelby-Rising City on top. And now a whistle blown. Mid-play, and it'll be Giltner's point. That'll bring it back to 2. 15-13. So now Haley Scott will serve. Shelby-Rising City attack from behind the 10-foot line. That was Ava Larman. Swinging from there, it goes long. So Giltner back with the point. Scott back to serve. She fires from the middle of that back line. Penio now to Walker, and Walker short on the attack. It goes into the net. And that's going to square up the match at 15. Timeout. Shelby-Rising City. Coach Wickham wants to talk things over. We're tied up here in set 1 of this best-of-3 match. You're listening or watching the CRC Volleyball Tournament on Strive TV and 104.9 Max Country.
Don Rich Machine and Driveline in McCool Junction are the engine experts ready to serve you. The shop for all your engine rebuilding needs is Don Rich Machine in McCool Junction.
Live and local. Make Cool Radio and Max Country your stations for coverage of area sports this season.
Mainstay Communications is Henderson's premier internet, phone, and television provider, serving the community since 1968. Mainstay Communications. Find them online today at mainstaycom.net.
All Giltner and Shelby-Rising City in a consolation match here in the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament. Coming up at about 5 o'clock today. After these two teams conclude, it'll be East Butler and Nebraska Lutheran. So tied up here, and Giltner serving. Shelby-Rising City trying to find the line. They get it right on the line. There for the attack. Just a soft shot that right in front of us, you could see that ball hit the line. So good point there by Shelby-Rising City. They lead by 1.
Now serving number 6, Alex Larman.
Now Alex Larman to serve. Yeah. Both Ava and Alex Larman out there for the Huskies. Ava Larman there with the dig after Giltner returned. And then a kill's going to go for Liberty Baker on the soft attack. Just right over that net and between some of the blockers. Baker on the attack, and now the Huskies lead 2. Served by Shelby-Rising City. There's Giltner from the left side. Honeycutt hitting it back over. Now Zoe Walker. Dink back over the net. Now behind the 10-foot line, Giltner will fire. Penio for Shelby-Rising City. Setting up Zoe Walker. Good attack there by Walker and the Huskies. Walker's second kill of the match for the 5'7" junior middle hitter. Huskies now lead 3 here late in set 1. Alex Larman on the serve. Giltner, free ball back over the net. Now you've got Liberty Baker there on the left side. The point for Shelby-Rising City. And now a timeout again called by Coach Jeannie Good. That's the second timeout Giltner's taken here in this first set. Shelby-Rising City leads 19-15. We'll take a 30-second break, and we're back for more of the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament.
Crossroads Conference volleyball coverage is brought to you by Central Valley Ag, Crossroads Awards, Napa Auto Parts, Stromsburg, Nick's Farm Store, and Carrie's Restaurant and Catering.
Scandinavian Mutual Insurance Company has been serving the listening area with economical rates and are reinsured to give you confident coverage for any major losses. Call Scandinavian Mutual Insurance Company today.
Tim and Kale Palace, Bill Hoffman and Nate Hoffman, your independent Pioneer sales reps, are proud to sponsor the CRC Tournament. Call Tim, Kale, Bill, or Nate to talk about the industry's best lineup for both corn and soybeans for your farming operation.
Out of the timeout, Giltner down by 4. Coach Good giving some last-minute advice to her team. Coach Wickham for Shelby-Rising City doing the same as his team is up 4, 19-15 in the first set. Huskies serve. Now bump in the middle, right side attack for Giltner, recovered by the Huskies. Penio now setting up Baker left side, too strong. And Giltner back with the point. They needed that one here late in this set to make it now a 3-point game with Jada Eastman, the senior, back to serve. And Eastman, nice line drive serve. Ava Larman back there. Penio, nice bump set. As they force it all the way back to that Giltner back line. Giltner will bump it back over. Now Penio again to Walker. And Walker, soft shot back over the net. Ball just teetering around that 5-foot radius of the net, and Shelby-Rising City is going to get the better of it with Walker and her outstretched arms just tapping the volleyball back over the net. It just hit the top part of it, then went right down, and Giltner couldn't recover. Shelby-Rising City to 20 points now. They lead 20-16 here in the first set, and then Giltner trying to fire from the right side. That attack too long. 5-point lead now for Shelby-Rising City. Husky serve. Now Giltner again trying from the right side too. Strong on the attack. (22-16). Now Giltner with it. No miss there into the net. Shelby-Rising City now rolling late. They're 2 points away from taking a 1-0 lead. Liberty Baker still serving. Now right side, no, into the net. And Shelby-Rising City now set point. Larman serving set point. Giltner now here on the near side. Back to Shelby-Rising City. And there was Emily Willis. Free ball back over the net. Giltner will return it. Now Walker, strong attack, but it goes wide and long. So Giltner will pick up another point. 24-17, Shelby-Rising City in the first set. Reagan Thompson serving for Giltner. Over there to the back row. Pinio now setting up Ava Larman at the net. How about that? Just hit the top part and it went down onto the court. That's how Shelby-Rising City wins the first set, 25-17. And Larman grabbed her 6th kill of that first set. We'll take a break and we'll be back in 2 minutes. This is the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament on Strive TV and 104.9 Max Country.
Extreme Automotive in York, providing personalized auto service you can count on bumper to bumper. Good luck to all area athletes from Extreme Auto in York.
Turning Thrill Pallets, Bill Hoffman and Nate Hoffman, your independent Pioneer sales representatives, are proud to sponsor local high school athletes. Call them to talk about the industry's best blend for both corn and soybeans for your farming operation.
When you're selling, buying, exchanging, or refinancing a home, a parcel of land, or commercial real estate, York County Title Company is here to help you. 608 North Grand Avenue in York.
Don Rich Machine and Driveline in McCool Junction are the engine experts ready to serve you. The shop for all your engine rebuilding needs is Don Rich Machine in McCool Junction.
Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
This is Alan Odepal, Odepal Insurance, at 4th and Grant in York Town Center. Insurance is our only business.
Crossroads Conference Tournament Volleyball coverage is brought to you by Jensen Lumber Company, Southeast Valley Irrigation, Annie Jeffrey Memorial County Health Center, Weaver Repair, and Lavenders of York.
This is Craig Yukowski with Ag West Land Brokers. I'm excited to be a part of the Ag West Land Brokers team. With over 25 years being in production agriculture, let me put my experience to work for you.
At Central Valley Ag, your local cooperative, we focus on helping you select the best products and services that will benefit your operation. To learn more, visit cvacoop.com.
Since 1882, ag producers have partnered with Cornerstone Bank to realize their full potential of farm operations. Cornerstone invites you to stop in or call any of the 43 bank locations in Nebraska to discover the Cornerstone difference.
Crossroads Conference Tournament Volleyball coverage is brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Edgewater Insurance, Osceola, Weaver Pharmacy, Copsa Odie, CPAs and Advisors, and Midwest Bank in York.
Mainstay Communications is Henderson's premier internet, phone, and television provider, serving the community since 1968. Mainstay Communications. Find them online today at mainstaycom.net.
Extreme Automotive in York, providing personalized auto service you can count on bumper to bumper. Good luck to all area athletes from Extreme Auto in York.
Shelby-Rising City took the first set 25-17 over Giltner. And now we're back for set 2 here on 104.9 Max Country and Strive TV. My name is Parker Siza. We've got Shelby-Rising City on the attack after the Giltner serve to begin the second set. Giltner returns it. Now it's back with the Huskies. And right there, it was Willis over the net. Now Giltner will fire from the left side. Attack there by Macy Antle and the kill. Her first one of the set, obviously, because that was the first point, and her third kill this game. And now it's Addison Wilson back to serve. Wilson, the junior, over the net, bump in the back row. Pinio set at the net, and I think she got into the net. So violation there called on the Huskies, and it's back to a Giltner point. 2-0, Hornets lead. In set 2, Addison Wilson again serving. Line drive serve, back row. Serve receive. Strong attack there by Ava Larman, recovered by Giltner. Giltner blocked, right back to them. They'll hit it back over to the back row for Shelby-Rising City. And now Larman with a free ball over the net. Giltner will work with it, attack at the net. It's blocked, and a point to Shelby-Rising City. 4 hits called on Giltner. So it wasn't blocked, but it went into the net. Yes, blocked by the net, you could say, on the 3rd hit. And then it came right back to them. So Shelby-Rising City picks up the point. Now Pinio will serve it away. She had 1 ace back in the first set. And how about that, too? Make that 2 aces for the day. In fact, I'm pretty sure her first serve back in the first set was an ace. So was her first serve here in the second set. Pinio again, this one high up into the rafters at the York City Auditorium on the bump there by Giltner, although they're able to return it. Now Pinio setting up Willis, left side. That's over. Giltner will try it. And they'll attack from the outside as well. Over to the back row for Shelby-Rising City, and they'll free ball it back over the net. Now Giltner on the attack. Here's Antle, too strong on the left side there. Left side if you're watching us on Strive TV. If you are listening to us on 104.9 Max Country, Shelby-Rising City on my left, serving left to right. Giltner on my right, serving right to left. Now Shelby-Rising City, a set in the middle. Hit back over the net. Larman right from the middle. Soft shot that went to the far side line. And it hit that line. Shelby-Rising City with the point. And they lead 4-2. Pinio again on the serve. Shelby-Rising City has scored 4 straight. Giltner right there had Shelby-Rising City in trouble. Heck of a dink back over the net by Giltner. Shelby-Rising City, free balls over. And now Antle again on the attack, just wide and long. Again, rather, not wide, but long on the attack. And the point right back to the Huskies. They've now scored 5 straight here in the second set. Pinio again. Ace serve for Tea Pinio. The freshman gets her 3rd one of the game. Shelby-Rising City has scored 6 straight, and that leads to a timeout called by Giltner. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. We're back for CRC volleyball coverage next.
When you're selling, buying, exchanging, or refinancing a home, a parcel of land, or commercial real estate, York County Title Company is here to help you. 608 North Grand Avenue in York.
Crossroads Conference Tournament volleyball coverage is brought to you by Shickley Grain, Bamsberger Welding, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Stutzman Interiors, and Advanced Services.
Only top quality USDA choice meat, the freshest produce in town, plus they carry your groceries to your vehicle. Brooming Grocery is your small town supermarket located in downtown Brooming.
The 2, Shelby-Rising City up 1-0 and leading here in the second set. As Pinio started serving when it was 0-2, and she just got her 3rd ace in her turn serving here in the second set. She has 4 for the day, and that's going to put Shelby-Rising City up 7-2. And they've racked off 7 straight here. Another one by Pinio. How about that? Back-to-back aces, and her 5th ace of the game. The freshman Pinio again just hits the top part of the net. And she knew how close that could have been to just getting over the net. Maybe falling back down onto her opponent's court. Giltner picks up the point there on the missed serve by Pinio. And it's now 8-3. Here is Giltner on the serve. Now set from the right side to the middle on the attack is Giltner. Shelby-Rising City, free ball right back over the net, but it misses wide left. And that means Giltner back with the point. 4-point lead still for Shelby-Rising City. It's 8-4 Giltner. Now Antle on the serve. Good serve there by Antle. As then Giltner able to get the point. Good touch back over the net by the Hornets. 8-5 now the score. And Antle again on the serve. This one an ace. Antle that time just hits the net and creeps back down onto Shelby-Rising City's court. Nobody around the area there for Shelby-Rising City. Most of their back row is way back. They only have one player here in the front row. 5 in the back row to return the serve as Antle picks up the ace. And now Huskies on the attack. Just long. Oh, nope. It was tipped at the net. Blocked by Giltner. Then it went out of bounds. So the point there to Shelby-Rising City. And I believe that was 12, Ava Larman on that attack as well. So Emily Willis now back to serve, 9-6, Shelby-Rising City leading. And Giltner now blocked, but returned to them. Shelby-Rising City now with the volleyball. And now Giltner attacking from the left side. Pinio a set from the near side. Double hit called on Shelby-Rising City, and the point right back to Giltner.
Point Morgans, now serving number 24, Haley Scott.
Haley Scott will now serve it. Giltner now. It's the serve, or no, excuse me, Shelby-Rising City got the serve receive, and then the point there for the Huskies. Hit it right back over the net. Giltner not able to return it. Huskies now up 10-7 here in the second. Ava Larman now serving. She has 1 ace and 7 kills so far in this match. The libero, Haley Eastman, back there with the serve receive. Giltner attacks from the middle. Now Pinio set for the outside. There to Liberty Baker. She attacks. Now Giltner with it, and they'll miss into the net. Shelby-Rising City with the point. 4-point lead, 11-7. The sophomore Larman again on the serve. Eastman there can't get the serve received. That will be an ace serve for Ava Larman, her second one of the game. And a 5-point Shelby-Rising City lead, 12-7. Huskies on the serve, and Giltner, free ball back over by Wilson. Now Pinio set in the middle here for Baker. Baker long on the swing, and the point back to the Giltner Hornets. They've made it now a 4-point game, 12-8. And now Eastman back to serve here for Giltner. On the right side, line serve, and it goes over the back line. Service error for... No, it was hit at the net. Beg your pardon, yeah. Hit at the net, so it was touched by Shelby-Rising City, so it's actually an ace serve. Therefore, Eastman, her first one of the game, and she's back to serve again. Walker there from the left side. How about Zoe Walker right there, the soft shot that goes down for the kill. And Walker now has 4 for the game. 13-9. Shelby-Rising City leading. They just picked up the point. Now it's Alex Larman back to serve. Right side attack here by Thompson for Giltner. Shelby-Rising City back over the net. Here it is with the Hornets. Thompson again, left side. Good attack. The free ball back over. Good recovery by the Huskies. Thompson once more trying to force it there to that back row. And Shelby-Rising City able to recover. It's Thompson trying again. That one just long. About a foot or less from that back line. Time it was Reagan Thompson taking those swings for Giltner, but just missed on her 4th or 5th swing there, that point. 14-9. The lead here for Shelby-Rising City. Now Walker at the net, set by Taya Pinio, and Zoe Walker now has 5 kills for the match. Pinio not only with 5 aces, but has to be nearing double-digit assists for the game, if not already. 15 and 9. Now Giltner on the attack. That's Antle, I think, number 19. There on the kill. That's the 4th one of the game for the senior Macy Antle, and it's a 5-point lead. Still here for Shelby-Rising City, but Giltner back to serve. And that was Thompson taking the serve there. Shelby-Rising City not able to return it back over. They get it over, but it went over that back line. So the point there to the Hornets. Thompson serving, and Reagan hits it over the net. Pinio set here for Walker, left side, and Zoe Walker. Kill number 6 for her on the game. I think that one just hit off the hands of one of the blockers of the net for Giltner, and it went down. 5-point lead again for Shelby-Rising City. Now Giltner on the attack, left side, Antle again. That's her 5th kill of the match. Cross-court attack as well. Went from one side of the court to the other. Near the Shelby-Rising City bench. 16-12. As Giltner back to serve here. Back row serve received by the Huskies. Now Walker free ball over the net. Giltner a set by Wilson. And now Haley Scott on the attack. Shelby-Rising City recovers. Here is Emily Willis at the net. The set back over that Giltner could not receive. So Willis there on the point. Be her 2nd kill of the game. Now Zoe Walker serving. Walker already with an ace. That time it goes to the Giltner back row. Giltner over the net. Now Willis on the outside. Tap over the net. Giltner on the attack. And down the middle, they'll miss. On the attack, out, and the Huskies back with a point. 18-12 here in set 1. Walker again serving, and a double hit call on Giltner. And a timeout here is going to be called by the Hornets. They trail here in set 2, 19-12, and they need this set. Shelby-Rising City won the first set 25-17, and we'll be back after the timeout here for the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament.
Crossroads Conference volleyball coverage is brought to you by Central Valley Ag, Crossroads Awards, Napa Auto Parts, Strongsburg, Nick's Farm Store, and Carrie's Restaurant and Catering.
Nutrien Solutions is the world's largest provider of crop inputs and service, helping growers increase food production in a sustainable manner. Profit from their experience. Nutrien Solutions in Davenport and Edgar. This is Byron of the Byron Lima Agency. Jody and I are proud to support the Broncos. Call us for your crop, livestock, farm, home, and auto insurance. Go Broncos!
19-12, Shelby-Rising City leading. Giltner just called a timeout. And the Huskies again here up 7 on the serve. Walker fires it away. Walker with an ace serve. That's her 2nd one of the game. There for the 5'7" junior middle hitter. That'll give Shelby-Rising City point 20. And she's back again with the jump serve. Another one, back-to-back aces for Zoe Walker. That is now 10 aces on the day for Shelby-Rising City. Pinio leads with 5. Ava Larman with 2. Zoe Walker just picked up her 3rd. 9-point lead now, 21-12 for Shelby-Rising City. Giltner returns this serve. Now Scott down the middle. Good attack. Recovered here by Shelby-Rising City. Now they'll fire from the 10-foot line. Here for Giltner. Left side, Antle. Just long. And the point back to Shelby-Rising City. Macy Antle leading the team here in kills for Giltner. Just missed on that attack. Now Shelby-Rising City on the serve. Antle, free ball back over the net. Here's Pinio setting up Ava Larman. Covered there by the back row. Now Giltner fires back over with Antle on the near side. Pinio over here to Emily Willis, far side for Shelby-Rising City. And the Giltner point. 22-13, now the score here in set 2. Now it's Addison Wilson on the serve. Pinio, the set for Ava Larman, and Larman hits another attack. That's 8 for Ava Larman, the team leader for the Huskies. In kills on the season. Now Taya Pinio back to serve. 23-13. Shelby-Rising City with the lead. They're 2 points away from the sweep. And Pinio, who had 5 aces in this match, will miss that one into the net. And the point back to Giltner. Good to see the senior now, Macy Antle on the serve. She has 1 ace today, 5 kills. Willis there in the back row, the serve received. Now Larman set up in the middle. Off a pass there from Pinio. Now Scott at the net. There's Haley Scott, the sophomore. Just getting in between those Husky blockers. That's kill number 5 on the day for Haley, or 4, excuse me, on the day for Haley Scott. Good serve there by Giltner. Shelby-Rising City, good job recovering. And now Thompson. Dink back over the net. Now here is Larman setting up Willis. Ball hit high in the air by Giltner near the 10-foot line. Thompson's going to bump it back over the net. Now Larman again trying it from the right side, swinging from the middle, and it's back here with Giltner. There in the back row, Kaylee Perry there with the dig, the libero point there for Shelby-Rising City, and Alex Larman. That was Alex Larman's first kill there for number 6. And now it'll be Emily Willis serving for match point. Willis right at the net, blocked there by Shelby-Rising City. I think that was 2. Liberty Baker there who got that blocked, sent it back to Giltner, and Shelby-Rising City takes set 2, 25-15, and they win this match in 2 sets after taking the first set, 25-17. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and recap this first consolation match, and we'll get you set for consolation match number 2 with East Butler and Nebraska Lutheran coming up in about 20 minutes from now. For now, we'll take a break and again recap Giltner and Shelby-Rising City next on 104.9 Max Country and live on Strive TV.
Only top quality USDA choice meat, the freshest produce in town, plus they carry your groceries to your vehicle. Bruning Grocery is your small town supermarket located in downtown Bruning.
Nutrien Solutions is the world's largest provider of crop inputs and service helping growers increase food production in a sustainable manner. Profit from their experience. Nutrien Solutions in Davenport and Edgar.
This is Byron of the Byron Lima Agency. Joey and I are proud to support the Broncos. Call us for your crop, livestock, farm, home, and auto insurance.
Go Broncos! Tim and Cale Powlis, Bill Hoffman, and Dave Hoffman, your independent Pioneer sales reps, are proud to sponsor the CRC Tournament. Call Tim, Cale, Bill, or Nate to talk about the industry's best lineup for both corn and soybeans for your farming operation.
Auto owners insurance and no problem people.
This is Alan Odepal Insurance at 4th and Grant in Yorktown Center. Insurance is our only business.
Since 1882, ag producers have partnered with Cornerstone Bank to realize their full potential of farm operations. Cornerstone invites you to stop in or call any of the 43 bank locations in Nebraska to discover the Cornerstone difference.
Crossroads Conference Tournament Volleyball coverage is brought to you by Jensen Lumber Company, Southeast Valley Irrigation, Annie Jeffrey Memorial County Health Center, Weaver Repair, and Lavenders of York.
Be sure to visit Southeast Valley Irrigation and Bruning for all of your valley pivot needs. Or call them today, 402-353-6775.
Van Cook Brothers Contracting is a family-owned company specializing in underground utilities and heavy highway construction. Their headquarters are located in Sutton. Good luck, Phillies and Mustangs, from Van Cook Brothers Contracting.
Be sure to visit Southeast Valley Irrigation and Bruning for all of your valley pivot needs. Or call them today, 402-353-6775.
Remember Carrie's Restaurant and Catering when hosting your next event. From large to small, Carrie's does it all. Carrie's Restaurant and Catering, just off Highway 81 in McCool Junction.
Van Cook Brothers Contracting is a family-owned company specializing in underground utilities and heavy highway construction. Their main headquarters is located in Sutton, Nebraska. Van Cook Brothers Contracting says good luck, Phillies and Mustangs.
Shelby-Rising City with the win moves to 11-17 on the season, and they finish their 2021 Crossroads Conference Tournament with a win in the consolation match against Giltner, who drops to 8-19 on the season. Let's talk about some of the leaders in this match, and we'll begin with Shelby-Rising City. They were led first in aces by Taya Pinio, who had 5 on the day there for the freshman setter. And also Zoe Walker had 3 on the day. She's a junior middle hitter. And Ava Larman also added 2 on the day. So 10 total kills in the contest for the Shelby-Rising City Huskies. They were led in kills by Ava Larman, who finished with 9 for the day. Zoe Walker had 6. Emily Willis had 2. And Alex Larman added 1. Now for Giltner, they were led by Macy Antle, who finished with 6 kills on the day and 1 ace. Haley Scott added 4 attacks at the net by Giltner, and Jada Eastman added 2 kills on the day and 1 ace. Once again, Shelby-Rising City with a win here in the first consolation match here on the final day of the Crossroads Conference Volleyball Tournament. They win 25-17, 25-15. Coming up here in about 20 minutes from now, we have another consolation match, a best of 3, this time between East Butler and Nebraska Lutheran. They should be starting here a little bit after 5 o'clock. We'll come back for it live here on Strive TV and 104.9 Max Country. Once again, the final in the first consolation, Shelby-Rising City 2-0 over Giltner. And we're back for the second consolation match coming up shortly on 104.9 Max Country and live on Strive TV.
Sutton Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, so they understand the importance of personal connections. It's their goal to provide